Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Green Lanterns Podcast. I'm your host, Will Smith of Sector 2814, and today you already know what the deal is because you've watched video 1 and you've watched video 2, so you know that today's video is the potential plot spoilers for episode 3 of the HBO show Lanterns. Again, this was a leak that originally dropped on r/Lanterns TV series. The post was up for like 2 hours and then the original poster deleted it. But your boy gets all the alerts on all the things, so I screen grabbed it immediately, and that's what I'm bringing to you. Now, I always introduce myself as Will Smith of Sector 2814, but I'm not the only Lantern Corps member of Sector 2814. You see, recently I got in contact with a buddy named Samuel. Found out he's a Lantern Corps member for Sector 2814 as well, and he happens to run a podcast that's called Listen Up Poozers, the Green Lantern Podcast, and it's on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. And recently he did an episode covering Showcase 22, which you all know because you're huge Lantern fans. It's the first appearance for legendary Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. With all that being said, you should have clicked away by now if you weren't ready for spoilers, so let's get into it. Episode 3. Hope Springs starts to recover after the chaos caused by the Horminth Collective. Jon does his best to repair the damages, earning the town's trust and admiration. Hal is clearly envious of the townsfolks' adoration of him, but he tries not to show it. Hal ends up taking Jon on a beat, touring the less scrupulous parts of town. Using his wits and experience rather than a ring, he identifies a black market trafficker from the alien Spider Guild in a gunshop who admits to smuggling the Horminth into Earth. After an interrogation and search, Jon is unsettled by Hal's unsavory methods of dealing with the underworld and equally reluctant to take advice from someone who threw away the ring. Hal hotly insists that he threw nothing away. Between their duties, they discuss different philosophies on life and crime fighting, and Jon's refusal to wear a mask. Their disagreements lead them to deeper discussions in a diner, where both of the men touch on their shared regrets and motivations. Striking a nerve in each other, they decide to resolve their differences in a brawl. Hal hotly insists that Jon leave the ring in his truck's glove compartment, since the ring would automatically protect him if it was in his possession. Jon, who is equally pissed, agrees and drops the ring off into the glove compartment. The two Lantern legends fight to a standstill, both refusing to admit defeat until Sheriff Kerry Kane shows up to break things up. Hal and Jon return to Hal's rental truck, realizing with a sinking feeling that the ring has been stolen from the glove box. The rest of the episode intercuts between the shenanigans of Hal and Jon trying to track down their power ring, with Sheriff Kerry doing the mundane but very useful work of pursuing leads. Sheriff Kerry's findings indicate that Alan Scott had an estranged teenage daughter who visited him the day before the murder. Hal and Jon finally find the ring after tracking down several local never-do-wellers. They ended up selling it to a gun store owner, oblivious to the fact that the man is actually an alien from the Spider Guild. Jon is hesitant to face the Spider Guild and its agents without the help of the ring, but Hal brazenly approaches the problem as he always has. Fist first. It doesn't go smoothly, but using a combination of teamwork, grit, and sheer ballsiness, the two Green Lanterns are able to recover Jon's power ring from the guildsman and his henchmen. Both Hal and Jon walk away from the experience with a newfound respect for one another. Hal realizes that Jon is a true blue man of honor rather than a glory hound, and Jon develops a new understanding of Hal's fearlessness. He is brave, but that bravery borders on suicidal mania. Jon seems to both respect and fear this in equal measure. Reuniting with Sheriff Kerry Kane, the Green Lanterns learn about Alan Scott's daughter, a 17-year-old named Jenny Lynn Hayden from Wisconsin. Though her father has been dead for days, she suspiciously hasn't entered the picture. Hal and Jon think it's time to pay her a visit. And that is the end of episode 3. For me, the things that I enjoy about this episode, how it's written, is that we finally get Jon and Hal to come to an understanding. It's very much like the bromance type situation that one would come to expect, where the two guys have to fight it out for a little bit and then they get past it and respect each other and understand what's going on. Talking about Alan's daughter, I think that that's a cool nod as well. Those tend to be, just from what I've read, those are like the highlights for me. I still think episode 2 so far was the best of the 3. It does get better from here, so I'm excited to help you guys learn about the leaks from episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But so far, through 3 episodes, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.